And one item almost everyone enjoys on Valentine's Day is, well, it's chocolate. I know I enjoy it. Our parent company ICE plays a big role when it comes to Valentine's Day, specifically with cocoa. ICE's cocoa contract is the world benchmark for the global cocoa market, and the contract prices the physical delivery of exchange-grade product from a variety of African, Asian, Central, and South American origins to any of the 5 U.S. delivery ports. Joining me now to talk more about this is the President of ICE Futures US, Jen Ilkiw. Good morning, Jen.
Good morning, Trinity. Thanks so much for having us
here. No, it's so great to have you join us again. Now, before we really get into cocoa, could you really dive into ICE Futures business and, the suite of soft commodities?
Yeah, so actually, I think the last time we met was a couple weeks ago when we did the American Cotton Shippers Association.
Yeah.
That was an incredible centennial event and so much fun, but it also sort of highlights all the different products that ICE Futures US does. So on the soft sides, it's coffee, sugar, cocoa, cotton, orange juice, and canola. But it's not just ICE Futures US. Our ICE products on the futures side globally, and the ICE business touches everything that people do all over the world on a day-to-day basis, from walking in your house to turning on the heat, turning on the lights, pouring your first cup of coffee in the morning, making a cake for your child's birthday, all the way through buying your first house and getting a mortgage. We touch all of that. And one of the interesting things is it really has shown in our earnings. Last week we had our earnings call, and I think we're at the 18th year of increased revenue all the way through. So we've done really well, and it's been amazing. And our agricultural suite of contracts has done fantastic this year. And even last week we hit a high in our canola contracts. Over 92,000 contracts traded for the day.
Wow.
It was great. Yeah.
What do you think is driving the surge? I mean, I'm seeing, chocolate prices are up at the grocery store. Cocoa, like you said, is on the rise. What's driving this surge and increase?
Oh, you're absolutely right. So even, actually, just a little story. My daughter has Valentine's Day at school today. Last year, we were getting these sort of big Hershey's Kisses for about $2 they were giving to everyone. I went to the supermarket, and now they're $6 each or something, so it's gone up an incredible amount. What it really sits is just demand supply. It's economics 101. Supply is going down, demand is still high, so all of that has to sort of match up, and that you get the increase in prices. And when it comes to supply, probably the biggest one is weather. So we have the El Nino weather pattern, which happens sort of every 2 to 7 years. That is causing it to be wet in places where it should be dry, and dry when places are supposed to be wet. So whether you're in Ghana, Venezuela, whether you're in Vietnam, the weather patterns are completely all over the place. So that's causing issues with the cocoa supply.
Let's talk more about the cocoa supply. Tell us exactly how, ICE's contracts are integrated into this. Can you elaborate more on that point?
Yeah, so when you either have producers, you have the trading houses in between, whether you have the actual people who are growing the cocoa, for them, they need to worry about the price of what cocoa is going to be, because they either have to sell it, they have to buy it and make chocolate, or they're selling it from one and then selling it on to someone else. That price is incredibly important to their bottom line. So when they start looking at it, they come to the futures markets to say, we want to manage our risk. We want to hedge our prices. They come to us and they want to sort of smooth out their income over time.
And cocoa has a long history here at the exchange. Tell me more about that.
Oh yeah, so that's probably the most exciting part. So actually, the New York
literally lights out when you talk about it.
So the New York Cocoa Exchange, it started in 1925 in a building that's actually down the street from here.
Amazing.
And the first time I saw it was probably about 20 years ago. My old boss, I was here in New York with him from the NYMEX, and he took me around to walk around and see the New York Cotton Exchange building, the New York Cocoa Exchange building, and those had actually amalgamated to become the NYBOT. And then in 2007, ICE bought the NYBOT, and that became ICE Futures US. And I don't think ever 20 years ago, when I was walking around, I just started in the markets, I would ever be president of this exchange.
Oh my
So
goodness.
it's really, it's really hugely historical.
And tell me about what you're most excited for. Now it's a new year, it's February 2024. What are you looking forward to most?
I think when it comes to everything that we're doing, it's really watching these agricultural contracts and how they're growing. And actually, the canola markets in Canada really interest me. I'm Canadian, so I have sort of a special part in my heart to try to see those develop and grow. And we're expanding. There's not just canola being used for canola, but also for biodiesel as well. So it's looking very much into our energy markets.
Well, thank you so much, Jen, for joining us today, and happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you. Happy Valentine's Day. Great to be here.
Bye.